This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Mixing horticulture and Hollywood at the Bloomsburg Fair. FYI News 13 starts right now. We'll have the details on that story in just a few moments, and we welcome to the latest FYI News 13. I'm Ken Carr. Janine Mazurkevich will have the latest Bloomsburg Fair preview again in just a little bit. But we start with headlines, and a virus that has sickened children in 12 other states has now made its way into Pennsylvania. Today, the Pennsylvania Department of Health announced 3 confirmed cases of EVD68, a type of enterovirus that is more likely found in infants, children, and teens. The cases are in Philadelphia. The Department of Health is telling parents to remain vigilant and aware of the signs and symptoms. Enterovirus can cause respiratory illness, rashes with fever, and neurological illness. While there is no specific treatment, you can help protect yourself by following these tips. Wash your hands often with soap and water for about 20 seconds. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Cough into your sleeve or a tissue. Avoid kissing, hugging, or sharing cups or utensils with people who are sick. And disinfect frequently touched surfaces such as toys and doorknobs, especially if someone is sick. Will there be property tax reform in Pennsylvania? By a 6-5 vote, the State Senate Finance Committee passed Senate Bill 76 on Tuesday. The bill is known as the Property Tax Independence Act. If approved, it would eliminate all school property taxes across the state. To replace the revenue, the legislation would broaden the base of the state sales tax to include more services and products, as well as increase the state sales tax from 6 to 7%. The legislation heads to the Senate floor for consideration. The manhunt continues for Eric Matthew Frayne, the man police say shot and killed Corporal Brian Dixon and seriously injured Trooper Alex Douglas. State police described Frayne as a survivalist, someone who can live by his wits on his own outdoors. Schools in the Pocono Mountain School District were closed today, and as the search continues, the public visitation for Corporal Dixon is taking place until 7 p.m. in the Rotunda at Marywood University in Scranton. Trooper Dixon is only the second person to have his public visitation at Marywood. The first was Governor Robert Casey in 2000. Meanwhile, a $75,000 reward is being offered for information leading to Frayne's arrest. A second suspect was arrested Tuesday in connection with the robbery of a Tresco store last week. 24-year-old Elton Molina of Hazleton faces felony charges of robbery, theft, and conspiracy, and a misdemeanor charge of simple assault for the robbery and assault at Tresco Superfood 1 week ago. Troopers took him into custody on Latimer Road in Hazel Township. On Thursday, a co-defendant, 22-year-old Amir Edwards of Hazleton, was arraigned on robbery and assault charges related to the same crime. Edwards is also charged in the stabbing death of Zachary Richards last Thursday morning in Hazleton. Hazleton police are investigating the report of a missing person. 61-year-old David Raymond Goldsworthy was reported missing on Sunday, September 7th. He is a white male, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 110 pounds. He was last seen in the 100 block of East Mine Street. He was last seen wearing a blue baseball cap with Las Vegas on the back of the cap, a green hooded Eagles jacket with the logo in gray across the front, and gray athletic shoes with blue Z's on the sides of each shoe. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton City Police. FYI posted the news yesterday afternoon on our Facebook page. A familiar face in public education will soon be at the helm of Hazleton area's only Catholic school. Don Basic, a seasoned educator who retired 2 years ago from his post as assistant to the superintendent in the Hazleton area school district, will become the next principal of Holy Family Academy Elementary Middle School in Hazleton. Monsignor David Tressler, superintendent of schools for the Diocese of Scranton, announced the news. Basic tells FYI that he will assume his new role on October 1st. He said it is an opportunity to get back to do what he loves. Prior to his position as assistant to the superintendent, Basic served the Hazleton Area School District as director of elementary education, principal of Valley and Drums Elementary Schools, and was a teacher for 17 years. He told us that an opportunity you love doesn't come along every day. Basic said it will be nice to get back into the classroom, and he looks forward to working with the families and kids. Monsignor Tressler also announced that Tom Kostick has been named assistant principal for Holy Family. He had served as acting principal while the Diocese of Scranton conducted a search. The 159th Bloomsburg Fair opens officially this Saturday. Tonight, FYI's Janine Mazurkevich continues her preview of this year's big event.
The Bloomsburg Fair is happening September 20th through the 27th, and this week on FYI we're highlighting some of the many events taking place, and we're with Scott, and he is going to tell us about the horticulture and all of the fun things that you have planned. I hear this year it's a movie theme.
It is. This year is Night at the Movies is the theme that the garden clubs came up with, and there are actually 6 movies that they've chosen. They've chosen The Sound of Music, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind, Father of the Bride, and the displays are going to be incredible as you walk in. It's the 75th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, so we've chosen as the fair to do The Wizard of Oz as you walk in. And several nurseries, one of the nurseries have chosen Lion King, another nursery chose The Father of the Bride, and another one chose Breakfast at Tiffany's. So we're carrying that whole theme through in the building this year.
Now, if you take a look behind us, this is very creative, and this is just a sample of all the creativity we're going to see with flowers, with different items that you have. So explain what's behind us.
Well, the maintenance department did a tremendous job. As you can see, you've got the reel, which gives us that look of the movies, and they built my popcorn boxes, the drink cups, and I was able to find on an internet site actually posters that look like the three and Dorothy and Toto. So this will be hanging from the ceiling, and as you walk in, on the right-hand side will be the cornfield, and on the left-hand side will be the house that's fallen on the Wicked Witch. So, and in the back will be Emerald City, so it'll be pretty awesome.
You'll have to see it for yourself. Again, the Bloomsburg Fair happening September 20th through the 27th, where you're watching FYI in your community.
Thanks, Janine. Coming up on FYI, on the Sportscast, Dave Seaman from the Standard Speaker will talk with me, and we'll take a look back at high school football week 3 and look ahead to week 4. Plus, there's an archery competition coming up in our area. We have more information next on FYI.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
And we're back here at the Sage Exchange in downtown Hazleton, and we're with Tamara, and we're talking about some Mod Podge, right?
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
It's amazing.
What are we doing with Mod Podge?
I'm going to actually Mod Podge my cast.
Keep that awesome.
This is amazing. It's called decoupage.
Okay.
And that's what this process is.
Look at how neat.
And what you do, this was an old rocker.
Okay.
You take paper, all different kinds.
And you have different designs. You could buy this anywhere, right?
You get the pad of it at Walmart. They're $5, and it has all different styles.
Okay.
You cut little pieces. You paste the back of it. Paste it all on, fit it all together. And then you take this and go over it.
Okay.
And it gives it this Mod Podge look.
I love that. And this is something really that I always look for things that you can incorporate your kids to be able to do.
Right.
So at really any age they can help you do this, or if you have an old piece of furniture and you don't know what to do with it, this is something that could make the room really look unique and different, right?
Right. And you can use an old book. I've actually seen wine bottles or vases with wedding invitations to the wedding.
That.
Mod Podged on the tables at a wedding. Cheap, easy.
I like that.
It's really affordable.
Okay.
The other thing with Mod Podge is there's a process that you can do if you take RIT dye and color this. You dab it onto a stained glass window, onto a regular glass window, and it gives it the stained glass look.
And I believe we have a little helper today.
We do. And
Owen, who is 6. He is one of your little grandchildren,
he's one
right?
of my 7 little huckleberries.
And he's trying to video us with his own iPad and
he
bring
made me
in
a present.
the display. Look
It's
how
my
neat!
Michigan, because football's starting.
There you go. And this is one of the old
This is
windows
the
that
old
we
window.
found on one of our runs, right?
And the kids did this, but it's just the process of it. You just take it, dip it in a paper towel, and just dab it on. It gives
neat.
it that stained glass look.
I like that.
And this is just a quick and easy one.
Right.
But you can do every color, all different kinds of colors. And
That's
so
a
that's
nice
another
project.
thing with Mod Podge the kids can have fun with.
And that's permanent. Again,
Permanent.
it's permanent.
Right, it's
If you're
permanent.
watching and the kids are doing it, it is permanent, right?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
permanent.
For any information on ideas that you need, you could go to the Sage Exchange website. You could go to the Facebook page. And Tamara is located here in downtown Hazleton, right next to the Dragonfly. You're here at 1 o'clock Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday till about 6 o'clock, but always call and just hook up with me on what's the sense.
All right, and we'll see you next week right here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Check out this pretty shot from the place where I started my college career, Penn State Hazleton. I love spending time up there. Let's spend our next few moments talking about the weather. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear, the low around 48 degrees. On Thursday, it looks nice as we take a look at the extended forecast. Mostly sunny. The high will be 64. Another clear night on Thursday night. The low 41 as we drop even more on Friday. The high is 62 on a sunny day. Friday night will be 45 degrees for our low. On Saturday, another partly sunny day, the high of 68, a little bit warmer at night, the low 51. And then on Sunday, we reach the 70s, 73 the high on a partly sunny day at night. There's a 30% chance of showers. The low will be 57 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
A first-of-its-kind event takes place this Sunday in our area. Janine Mazurkevich has the details on the event and a meet and greet with two local TV personalities.
We're in your community and we're talking about an upcoming event. It's happening Sunday, September 21st. It's to benefit the Hazleton Archery Club. And we have Tim Samick with us and Dennis Gans to talk about this event that's coming up. It's archery. I don't know much about archery, but these guys are definitely experienced, right, Dennis?
Well, we try to. We're working on it. No, this is our inaugural wild boar hunting 3D shoot on the mountain to benefit the Hazleton Archery Club. Our goal here is to generate interest and growth in people being in the archery, in the sport of archery, and generate some funds that we can help the archery club buy new targets, upkeep of the facility. They've got 26.5 acres, and it's a beautiful outdoor course that you can walk on, enjoy nature, and just have a great time honing your skills.
Okay, so tell us about the specifics. If someone wants to get involved, how do they participate? How do they register? What do they get to do?
Well, they can come to the Hazleton Archery Club the morning of the 21st. Registration starts at 8 o'clock. We're going to come, just get everybody on paper, get them their scorecards, let them know the rules, what we're going to establish that day. It's going to be like a shotgun start, where we're going to put everybody out on the course. We'll have multiple radios going that day, multiple volunteers, we hope. We're going to get everybody started that way. There'll be lots to be had there, all kinds of food, courtesy of the other side in Freeland, all kinds of door prizes to win, and it's going to be a really good time.
Is this for everybody of all ages, or is there an age limit?
No, there's no age limit. If you can shoot a vertical bow or a crossbow, you are welcome to come here and take part of it. We encourage families. A lot of people, husbands, wives, children like to shoot. We have 5 different classes that day that you can participate in, that we're going to be awarding medals to the top 3 scorers in each class. It's the bow hunter class. We have the unlimited class. We have the crossbow class. And then for the children, we have the 12 to 15 age group class, and then also the 11 and under age group class. And there are designated stations that you'll be shooting from for the children. The adults will be shooting from the orange station, and the children will be shooting from the white stations.
Okay, Wild Boar Hunting, these two are going to be on TV coming up. They have a show, and tell us what that's all about.
It's about us bringing you real hunting experiences. We have been doing this since 2006, and we are really excited about it. It's the ups and downs. It's showing you everything about it. We both have our normal jobs. We make this work on our days off, when we're not off, trying to hurry up and get out after work. And It's the total experience in Pennsylvania and other states. We've actually branched out a little bit, but we want to bring it to the Pennsylvania hunter and bring Pennsylvania back up to the forefront in the hunting industry. That's one of the things we're trying to do, and expose as many folks as possible to the hunting and outdoor lifestyle.
All right, so get involved again Sunday, September 21st, happening at it's for the Hazleton Archery Club. You can get more information by calling Dennis or Tim. Again, there's going to be food, drinks, prizes, 50/50s, and some surprises, so I'm told, right?
Absolutely. We got a trick shot that everybody's going to get a chance to sling a few arrows at, and you have a chance to win some money if you can connect.
All right, so again, it's going to be held at the Hazleton Archery Club. It's at 162 Woodside Drive in Freeland. Registration 8 o'clock. Time to start, it's 9 to 4, so it's a full day of fun, and you can bring your families. You're watching In Your Community here on FYI.
From someone who's scared to encounter deer in the wilderness, let me tell you, archery is still fun, and so it's a very, very good time. So check that out. And now the green screen, the midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the daily 562, the big four 8431, Quinto 21082, Treasure Hunt 1, 7, 8, 20, and 22. It's Dave Day on the Sportscast when we come right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's Dave Day on the Sportscast. Dave Seaman, the sports editor from the Standard Speaker, is with us. And Dave, a huge showdown set up in the Anthracite League this Friday night as Marion takes on North Schuylkill. Both teams unbeaten. Let's go back to last Friday before we jump into the matchup this Friday. It was my first time seeing North Schuylkill, and they were impressive on both sides of the ball against Lehigh. And Lehigh came back in that game. North Schuylkill able to hold on, but I was really impressed. There's one play I'll show right here that really stuck out. It was a 4th down play on the goal line, and North Schuylkill's offensive line just pushed so hard into the end zone. 2 of the linemen got in there before the running back. So a very powerful North Schuylkill Spartan team.
It's a well-balanced team, too, and well-coached with Wally Hall. They're experienced. They have playmakers. It's going to be a tough test for Marion, but Marion has playmakers, too.
Yeah, Marion as well gets to 3-0 on the season. That's a word I hear a lot of people to describe Marion as well, that they've been well balanced so far this year with running the ball and passing the ball. And their defense also looked all right, though, one game that I got to cover when they played Panther Valley. So let's just talk about the Colts a little bit.
The Colts, they're going to have experienced people in the backfield. KJ Snurr he's healthy this year. Last year he was banged up with injuries. He's a full-time running back this year. He's one of the top running backs in the region. They have a sophomore quarterback in Ethan Kaczynski, who's done a great job for them since the end of last year. Another running back, or a scat back you might call him, in Nico Augusti. So they bring a lot of speed. Most impressed with Marion so far is their offensive line. Typically any team, but Marion teams in particular, when they have a seasoned offensive line, that's when Coach Stan DeCoste's team usually clicks, and so far their lines are clicking.
It's been interesting in the Anthracite League. Tamaqua almost picked up a huge road win last Friday against Jim Thorpe. A special teams miscue early on in that game really cost Tamaqua as Jim Thorpe was able to hold on 7-6 in Mono area. They've now won 2 straight games, and they're still trying to get it going at Shenandoah Valley. But overall, Dave, I've been impressed with kind of the balance in the Anthracite League. There is a difference between maybe some of the top-tier teams, but very competitive so far.
It's always competitive. Every Friday night you have to bring your A game because the bottom teams, Mono area, what they did at Schuylkill Haven a few weeks back. It's a tribute to Coach Holman and his team at Mono area. They went to Schuylkill Haven, won a game that not many people expected them to win, including yours truly. But the Bears came out and they won, and it's given them a confidence boost going into the rest of the season.
Hazleton area, the Cougars still looking for the first win of the year. I heard they did well. Steve Stallone, who writes for the Standard Speaker, covers the Hazleton area Cougars. I read in his article saying that the Cougars D did great against the Delaware Valley, at least on 1st and 2nd down, gave up some big plays on 3rd and 4th, and that was really the difference in that game. Now they come up against the Williamsport team you said they've had success with in the past.
And that's a team, the Cougars have competed well with over the last few years, a team that they've beaten more often than not over the past few seasons. So the Cougars, the trouble is Cougars have to go on the road. It's a long trip. Cougars have to be prepared to play each quarter, each snap at a time, and take each series at a time, and maybe they'll come out of Williamsport with a win.
I think it was Ron Marchetti who told me he was very excited to see the Cougars come out of halftime. They ran onto the field, didn't just walk out onto the field, so it seems like the attitude is there for Hazleton area. Well, Dave is going to be on once more this week. We'll be talking about the Hazleton Sports Hall of Fame, the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame, so check that out on FYI Weekend. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95, plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 76th birthday to Elsie Marley. This wish comes with love from your friends. And one more quick announcement, Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church, located on Church and Hemlock Streets, will be welcoming back their former pastor, the Reverend Dr. Carl Schweitzer, on Sunday, September 21st for their 10:30 a.m. worship service. Everyone is welcome to attend. And it's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Julia Bream of Jeansville. Memorial is September 27th at 11 a.m. at the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call from 10 to 11 a.m. in the funeral home. Joyce S. Jerome of Delaware Township. Mass is Monday at 10 a.m. in the St. Magdalene Church. Friends may call Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Holcomb Fisher Funeral Home. Edward G. Zermian, formerly of Hazleton. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Dorothy Pavlik, formerly of Hazleton. No local services were announced. Betty R. Kostick of Freeland. Memorial will be held Friday at 9:30 a.m. in the St. Anne's Church. Friends may call at the church from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Ruth Bayarski of Hazleton. Services were held today from the Firo Funeral Home.
My name is Leanne Falabelle. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and today I'm going to talk about our Women's Networking Luncheon. We have these luncheons for any woman from throughout Greater Hazleton to attend. We hold them bi-monthly. Our next one will be held on Tuesday, September 30th, and it's from 12 noon until 1 p.m. And in September, we'll be at Plaza Diner. And we always have a guest speaker at our luncheon programs, and our guest speaker will be Wally Iffert, and he is from Integral Investment Group in Sugarloaf, and he's going to be talking about communication skills for lasting relationships. Now, he's just going to touch on any kind of communication skills that can help you in business and in everyday life. Wally's an excellent speaker. We're very excited to have him, and we hope that the ladies that attend will enjoy. And if anybody is interested in participating in the luncheon, attending the luncheon, RSVPing, or even just getting more involved with our women's networking group, they can feel free to either contact myself at the Chamber or go to our online calendar of events at hazletonchamber.org.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Roy Renninger of Cunningham. Roy, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104. Leave your name, and you'll be our winner of tonight's pay-per-view movie.
Tomorrow on FYI, we will wrap up our preview of this year's Bloomsburg Fair, so check that out. We will see you then. Take it easy, everyone.